Hey, welcome back to another video. So in this one, what we're going to do is model the castle piece. So let's just go ahead, unhide our background. Just going to use the Alt and middle mouse button there to snap into the front view. I think probably to start this one, let's use the rect corner and we will select from here to here. Just get a rough shape there. Let's use the line. So again, you've got your shortcuts as well on there. So Shift A would be the shortcut. So we just grab this. Let's move it into position here. I'll change to the curve. So I'm just going to try my best to sort of align this up something like that. I'm going to use the one key. Let's use G here. Select this point. Hit enter on that. I'm just going to adjust the position a little bit just to try and match the reference a little bit more closely. Whoops. Use escape. Let's use G again. Let's just move this into position. And I think that will do. Again, let's use Shift A. Select our line. And then we can sort of come down here now. And sort of get these positions. These pieces, these splines drew out how we want. So maybe something, I don't know, like this. Again, just trying to roughly match the reference. A little bit off there, a little bit off, but it's not too bad. And we can just grab this. I'll overextend it ever so slightly there. There we go. Just going to make sure these are joined. Select both points. Use J so you can see each of the new spline curves should now be joined. I'll use the line and it should snap to the middle. And there we go. Just to stop myself coming off a little bit there as well. Let's use lock that into Y, the Y axis. There we go. And I will just trim this up now and get rid of all the excess that I don't need. Let's click OK on that. Just jump into the perspective view. We'll hide the backdrop there. Just use the 5 key to bring on my selection mode. And what I'll do is use revolve. So we grab that. And what I'll do next is I'm just going to remove the unwanted faces here. So unwanted topology, the redundant part, and get rid of these bits now. Before we start cutting in the pieces here, let's use the O just to do an inset, so maybe about there. And then what we'll do from there is I'll just bring this down ever so slightly, so that's pretty good. Go back into the front view. Going to deviate a little bit off the design here, so we'll probably go for the middle section. I suppose there's different ways you could do it. You could do the blocks as a piece and revolve them round, or you could cut into these. So I suppose it depends on sort of what you want to work like, and I suppose how you envision your works. Again, here it's quite easy now to do the block as such. So what we could do is let's grab this point here and here. So we'll have it like that. I'm going to overextend it a little bit just so it overlaps for when we join this. So we've got a piece now. Let's grab that piece here. So I'm going to grab that. Let's use G. I'm going to move it into a position like so. And from here, let's just grab this. Let's use the E key, okay, to go into extrusion. I'm going to use Tab, and then hopefully I can get these roughly to this area here. So let's just grab that. Hide the canvas there so we can see. So there we go, we've got a nice curvature there, and we'll do the same for this one as well. So let's just grab that, and it maps over the face there quite nicely, so pretty good. Let's turn off the actual block itself. So now what we need to do is grab this. We need to use a radial array, grab it into the center. So you might want to come into the top view here for this. And just take a look and make sure it's sort of aligned roughly how you envisioned. There's different settings there, so let's just have a look. Let's bring on the reference piece itself. So you can see here, there's different, slightly different count there. So I think it's probably something maybe 8 or 9, maybe something like that. I'll take a look at this now. So let's just turn off this and see if it looks about right. That looks okay. Maybe 8. Feels a bit more even, I think. So we'll go for 8. I reckon 8 will do. All right, cool. So we got those pieces in there. Then what we can do is grab this. Let's use Q, and I'll select each one of these pieces. We're going to union them together, and again, that's why I sort of went over there. And then again, you know, with the middle bit, we could flush it out to here if you wanted to. You can keep it in. Probably looks a little bit better in. You can fillet these as well, so you know you can fillet the edges. Depends on what you want to create, really. That's pretty cool. Yeah, give it a bit of style there. Yeah, and then we can come through, and what we can do is we can sort of fillet these, and you know, you can match these up if you want to. Something like that. It was pretty curved on the sort of image there. So again, you can just come through, put those finer details in. Again, if we want to match that, we can just click the fillet there, and that'll give us a match. Something like this, and you know, you got those sort of edges now that curved in. A few hard bits as well, which is good. And there we go. If you want to get rid of detail as well, we should just be able to grab this here. Let's just have a look, and we can just push it back. You know, align that back up if we want to. And again, you know, you can just reuse the delete redundant topology and then get rid of that there. So you're back to how you want it. And yeah, we'll wrap up that one there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Nice quick tutorial on how to build a castle for a chess set. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the comments of the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you do anything different. And yeah, I'll see you soon.